Hey everybody, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. This is your host, Callan Hale. Thank you all for bearing with me while I was gone, and I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to try doing these chapter by chapter, but I don't want them to be overtly long, so I know chapter 2 is a bit longer, so it'll probably be a multi-part video, but these will be pretty much released every day. I'm going to do a little bit at a time. I'm gonna just take my time, explore the game, enjoy the game. So, as always, sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, grab your favorite snack, and let's get to it. That was anticlimactic, so I forgot the button. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be a starting point for Pierce's investigation. And I will be bringing back like Tactical Tuesday with cartoonized StarCraft. So I was having a lot of fun with that before I got sick, and I managed to. I think I managed to get my saves off my old hard drive. I don't know, so it might just be a complete reboot. The same with The Witcher. That's going to be a complete overhaul. I'm going to start from the beginning, but I'm going to do the Witcher series, Witcher 1, 2, and 3. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying this. If you do, leave a like, leave a comment. You know, if you'd be so kind, share the video out with your friends. This video, I'm actually going to be hyping up a friend of mine, David Flor. He has a game I just edited called The Hearts of Fire. Amazing 5e companion game. I was looking forward to actually running it for my friends when it's officially released. I kickstarted it. He has a new
We're almost there.
short little adventure on GameFound, and I'm going to be putting links to all of his stuff. He is the president of his own TTRPG company called Darkwater Interactive. I'll be posting all of his links in the description below this video. He is a really awesome guy, amazing writer. He's been writing for over 5 years now, making TTRPG content. He brings a unique perspective to the game. I had the pleasure and honor of editing his latest game. It was a lot of fun for me. Unfortunately, I was sick through most of November.
Stay on board.
So I was pretty much
guys coming to
on bed rest. And that was what kind of kept me sane.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Alright, let's check the diary. Okay, go to the bar, talk to Fitzroy, talk to Bradley. Looks like I got one CP to spend. Not to be full. Improving the skill increases your chance of determining the use and origin of artifacts and expressing your knowledge of the myth. Oh, that's interesting. I think I'll just save this for now then. Go explore the island.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any fast? The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat an old
See, Prohibition.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Wow, they harpooned that sign. Fierce. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to do a lot of exploring because it's been a while since I played this game and I don't want to miss anything. So I probably did years ago. I think I played this on my PS4, I want to say. I know there are other Cthulhu games out. I might check those out too, depending on looking at the graphics.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Hmm.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on it, and
I've got what I...
anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Hmm.
That'll be all for now.
Yeah. My sanity is still good. Oh, funny. 1 CP I have. Darkwater. Hawkins. Simon. Roy Mitchell. Places. Darkwater Port. Stranded Whale. Blues. Okay, that's the Sarah Hawkins stuff. Knowledge. Case solved. Atlas of the Island. Let's explore this.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Ooh.
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
His skin reminds me of a movie called The Book of Blood, where a guy had, Book of Blood, where he had, like, the words of the dead carved into his flesh.
Doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We've given up hope, and the crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater Port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size not beyond that of a formidable toothed whales, the Cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful, nutritious benefit. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activity. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the dock. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. Celebrate the return of our brave whalers. All the staff of the Stranded Whale are invited. All of the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with your friends. Taste the miraculous catch. Eat personally with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Clues.
nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Hmm.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting.
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said.
You again.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pit.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, come on.
Drinking it here is a prick. Anything else?
Nope.
That'll be all for now.
What am I in? That door's locked. And fireplace.
What did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
Right, looks like we're gonna go talk to the captain.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
Wait. Huh. That's the lady I met in the bar, I think. Let's explore this place a little bit.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Alright, that's the bathroom. Never a good idea to get trapped in one of those, especially in a horror movie.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Second volume teaches ethics and good practice medical. 24% my medicine. Nice.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
This photograph, man looks at Captain Fitzroy posing on a bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg.
What a macabre souvenir.
I mean, he's a ship's captain, so kind of tracks he would have something nautical, even if it is the wooden leg of another captain, maybe. This is disrepair. I would not feel comfortable walking on that.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay. Oh, they're over here.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Do we want this information to be hidden? Very good question.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale, even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Let's talk about Darkwater.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
I examined its wounds. I know of no creature able to cause them.
And I took you for a detective.
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come, come. You've only just arrived on Darkwater, and already you think like a sailor.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Okay. And that is where we are going to end this episode of Call of Cthulhu. Like I said, Chapter 2 is a long chapter. As always, I know the holidays can be hard. Hydrate, medicate. You got to eat some good food. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. Remember, you are worthy, you are worth it, and you are loved. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, my friend Dave Flor, you're going to find his links in the description below if you'd like to check out some of his stuff. He writes 5e for DM's Guild, as well as Drive Through RPG. Any little bit helps him out right now. And I appreciate it if you like my video, leave a comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, and I will see you all in the next episode of Call of Cthulhu.